Good morning. Happy New Year, everyone. I am just Meek on deck. And like I said before, I don't like to waste your time with a lot of unnecessary talking, so I'm going to get right to the point. I have stated before that every time there's a lot of voices, negative voices, disturbing voices that come out against Candace Owens, a woman who has dedicated a lot of time and energy in trying to find out who killed her friend, Charlie Kirk. The only person that seems to be actually trying to solve this, who actually seems to care amidst all the other people who claimed they loved and cared about Charlie at his memorial. She seems to be the one to answer the call, and Charlie knew that it would be her by calling her his David. But anyway, this video is mainly to address the people like Tim Pool and now Mr. Jones. This is nothing new for Mr. Jones. I've been in Texas. I moved to Texas in 2005. I've seen Mr. Jones live and in person back during the Indie Fed era, around, what was that, 2008, somewhere around there, 2009. He came down here to Dallas, and it was like a little protest down there at the Federal Reserve building, and that's where me and my son saw Mr. Jones. But I have seen Mr. Jones in situations where he is doing exactly what he is doing to Candace. There was a guy here in Texas that was doing a protest somewhere down there in Austin where Mr. Jones lived in regards to city council or something like that. Mr. Jones showed up, tried to co-opt the dudes, and the guy started saying, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're on the same side. Mr. Jones had his megaphone yelling and screaming, as he does, making a lot of noise to where he completely drowned out this guy, and the guy just pretty much gave up. And he made a video about it, about the behavior and the co-opting that Mr. Jones has done. Now we are seeing him doing it the same exact thing on a larger scale. But a lot of these people are motivated to get paid. And what I noticed with Mr. Tim Pool and Alex Jones is that they both have been complaining about their business and not having enough money to pay bills and to pay this and to pay that. Well, now there's somebody had it on their video the other day. I believe it was Jimmy Dore. I think it was Ryan Mata, if I'm not mistaken, who was showing how these people can go on this site, type in the topic or whatever, and how the whole pay system worked in regards to this Mockingbird media, and how many views and how much these people would get paid to speak against this. Well, you know who's number one? Candace Owens. They hate that this intelligent, articulate Black woman is speaking so much truth in the midst of all these lies that they have been trying to shovel down our throats. And the other side of that is that people like a Mr. Jones and Tim Pool are becoming irrelevant. and they cannot stand it. Candace Owens has become the internet. So many people are tuning into her, and they cannot stand that all the spotlight is on her and nobody is really paying attention to them anymore. And they just cannot stand it. But you making a mistake coming after this black woman, because yes, she has a whole army behind her. Not just a regular army, but soldiers in the army of the Lord. Prayer warriors that is praying for her. So these people who claim to be on the conservative side does not necessarily mean that these are children of God. These people are like wolves in sheep's clothing. Although you might hear them say biblical things that come out their mouth, but when you start looking at the fruits of these people and the way that they behave, they act like demonic demons. They act like hellhounds, the way they spew so much hate and vitriol towards Candace, just for telling the truth, just for trying to figure out who actually killed Charlie Kirk. Why? There has been rumors and speculation in regards to Alex Jones years ago, in regards to him being able to say all the things that he says and still is around, staying afloat. He has ties, he has connections, So to me, now that he's trying to make every little video, it seems like he got on that website to get that pay incentive, to where he continued to make videos, continue to get more outrageous, to get the clicks and the views, because Candace is the trending topic that he can get paid, so he can pay these bills, that he has accumulated for that studio and to run his operation. It's just sad. But in the process, you're destroying your own following. And yeah, you say you here for all the smoke, and now that you're being doxxed and all of that, who knows if that's even true. Like, it's not hard to find out where you live, where your studio is, and things that you can just search on the internet and come up with, because you have made a name for yourself. You are a somewhat popular person. It's not hard to find. Nobody really have to go out of their way to so-called dox you. But yeah, we're going to be here. We're going to keep supporting. We're going to keep praying for her, because it's just insane the amount of attacks that's being leveled against her. And I'm sick of people just continue to make videos. Oh, she's in danger. She's this, she's that. As she said time and time again, she knows that people aren't happy, that people want to silence her voice. She knows what comes with the territory. But by the grace of God, he's been watching over her, keeping his hedge around her, keeping her safe. And we're going to pray that he continues to do that. Now, at the end of all of this investigating, people must know that there is something more important that you should be concerned about. And that is your soul. Because things are ramping up. We see the censorship of Christians. The things that's being put on this nation by that little nation in the Middle East to shut us down, to shut us up. And we should know that this world is not going to last forever. I mean, you are not going to be at the great, I hope not, white throne judgment, but you want to be before the judgment seat of Christ. Do not put so much time and energy in chasing these things You should be chasing the word of God, a relationship with Jesus. You know, that's the only thing that's going to save you. Because after this murder investigation is solved, will there be justice? What do we hope for? I mean, if you haven't figured out by now, we are an occupied nation. And to me, it's just like America is fulfilling her role in prophecy. Now, a lot of people say that America is not in the Bible. I like to think that it is. There is one nation which Revelation calls it a beast that came up out of the earth, a lamb-like beast. America, unlike the old world, this new world, which was sparsely populated, that grew up a lamb-like character, people fled here to have religious freedom. But now this lamb is starting to speak like a beast through her legislative and judicial powers. Go read Revelation chapter 17 and you tell me if you think America fit that role of that beast that comes up out of the earth, that lamb-like beast. To me, it appears that it is America and she is fulfilling her role. As Revelation continues to tell us, when that mark of a man is instituted, and none of us will be able to buy or sell lest we have that mark. We see Palantir, AI, digital currency, and all these things. This apparatus is before our very eyes. We are in a spiritual battle. They hate the fact that Candace let you know that Christ is king. These demons cannot stand it. But we're going to continue to tell them that he is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He is truly King of this entire universe. And we need to be mindful of these wolves that have come in, just like the Apostle Paul says, to scatter and stir up this dissimulation among the flock. Just like they're talking about so-called MAGA, division. All that is a separation between the true people and the false people. See, the false people is following that false gospel. That false gospel is called Zionism. The true people follow the true gospel that looks at all biblical truth and follow all biblical truth to its natural end. Christ dying on the cross and the Gentiles coming in, this new gospel, the promised seed, and those who be of Christ are Abraham's seed and heir according to the promise. The Israel of God, that Jerusalem which is above, not an earthly Jerusalem. That nation ended. That nation was destroyed. But this false church, this false gospel that follow Zionism, see, they dug up the ruins. And they're trying to make like this is a fulfillment of prophecy. And I didn't mean to go down this tangent in regards to biblical history and the things that we are witnessing in the spiritual realm, but we have to acknowledge that it's just not black and white. And the things that we are battling on a daily basis, this is a spiritual warfare that we are in. And the heat is going to continue to turn up. Christian persecution will come to the shores of America. is already here in some instances. But it's gonna really get bad. And you need to make sure your anchor is gonna be held, that you're anchored in Christ, because that's the only way you're gonna make it through that storm. Now, that false church will have you to believe that you're gonna be raptured out of here. No, my friend, we are gonna be here. You read Revelation, it talks about the people and the tribulation that's coming, that God will keep them through that hour. Well, who are those people that he's gonna keep through that hour? Those are his people. Not no people that's been left behind, to get another opportunity to make it to heaven. No, that's a false gospel. All that Left Behind series, that's not biblical, my friend. Study the word. Show yourself approved. You need to be a workman, rightly dividing the word of truth. Search the scriptures and see the truth for yourself. Search out the things that these false teachers are saying and prove them wrong. That's what I have done. Well, my friend, that's how I'm going to end it. And before I say I see you on the next one, just be mindful of what's really going on in this world in regards to these once popular podcasters and citizen journalists, and how they are now turning against Candace Owens. It's deeper than jealousy, envy, and the fact that they are becoming irrelevant. This is a spiritual battle for these people to be acting like demons. Be mindful of that. And may in this new year you get closer to God, that you build your relationship with Jesus. One thing I started doing is reading my Bible every day, at least 3 chapters. Like Pastor Joseph was saying, at least try to read 3 chapters a day. That's what I have been doing. I done pretty much went through the New Testament, and now I'm going through it again. Every time you open it up, you see something new. God shows you something new that didn't stand out last time. Well, my friend, that's how I'm going to end it, and I will see you on the next one.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Come on.